Hi, everyone. This is Joanna Krzypkowska. I'm a real estate broker in the state of Illinois.
And I'm Matthew Menninger. I'm a lender in the state of Illinois.
And we are meeting every week to bring you the most up-to-date data when it comes to the real estate market. So I don't know how about you, Matt, but I feel like this week was kind of steady and the same. Offers are going, of course, over asking. As we can tell, you guys are usually asking how much. It's anywhere between $15,000 to $50,000, depending on the property and the price for that property. We definitely see a lot of appraisal gap waivers. And we know you guys may struggle if you are the one of the buyers that don't have extra cash in their bank accounts to cover for the appraisal gap waiver. So it has been a struggle for some of you guys. Um, so that and then we see, of course, more houses lining up. So when you go into our private listings, when we actually getting our listings ready to be released, once they, the photos are ready, the houses are nice and clean for you guys. The line is getting bigger and bigger, and that's because of the spring market. So we know there's more houses coming in. Of course, not enough.
Mhm.
As this market can show us that there's always not enough homes. We know we have a lot of buyers that are waiting, but yes, if you are looking right now, make sure you check your private listings. Your agents should have an access to it, so at least you know if in the area you are looking at there are potentially maybe another homes coming in soon, so you can focus on those. You can sometimes even get into the house before they are physically listed on public portals for you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, how
And
how how you feel, Matt? How was your week?
so it's rates have been suffering a little bit. We've been slightly climbing, nothing too crazy, but we were on a nice downward trend there for a month or two, back a month ago. We've kind of broken the trend because we've seen some good jobs reports and a little bit inflation coming back. So it's probably going to stagnate around this area. Most people are in the low to mid sevens right now. If you're not, no points. So we're kind of just floating in that area. It moves here and there, but I think we'll probably see for the next maybe even 12 months very similar rates. Maybe it will ebb and flow a quarter of a percent, something like that, but nothing major. So kind of how we've talked about before, I think now is a good time to jump in, get your home before the prices start to go up. Because as soon as we see rates start to drop, I think it's going to be even worse. Like you said, a lot of my clients are having issues, but they have to go over, they have to do an appraisal gap waiver. I'm seeing, like you said, 10, 15, 20, 65, 75,000 over asking, obviously, depending on purchase price and market. So it's competitive and it's going to get more competitive. So I always like to let people know just so they don't hang out on the sideline and say, oh, rates are going to drop soon. They may, later in the year, early into next year, but even if they do, we're probably looking at higher purchase prices, and that higher purchase price is much more expensive than the higher interest rate. So, and then the opportunity will arise to do the refinance, and then you get the best of both worlds. You get the lower purchase price now, while the market's not as hot, and then which is hard to say because it's it's so competitive now. So it is pretty hot now. I feel like it's going to elevate to another level. 6 months, 12 months from now, it's going to be much worse.
Yeah, yeah, and then that's why we have you guys on the market. I think more and more people have the understanding that this is exactly what they have to do. And if they listen to us, and purchase a year or 2 years ago, even with the highest interest rate, they are really happy right now because the same homes, getting sold for like 50,000 or maybe even more than 50,000 right now. And then also, guys, as we approaching the spring market and getting closer to the summer market, you have to think that you will have more competition because very soon with the end of the school we're going to have another pool of buyers entering the market. Those will be the people that are hoping to move in the next 2 months when they can secure the new place with the new schools. So it's very important to keep that in mind as well, that it may be maybe we will have more houses. I can tell that there is more lining up, but at the same time, we're going to have more buyers. So I think it's going to pretty much stay the same. And again, with the interest rate, like Matt said, you can always refinance when the time comes. Um, and yeah, and just take advantage whenever you can. I know there are some people that were thinking about waiting, but we do not see that the housing market's gonna crash. We don't see that the prices are gonna going down. So for everybody that is waiting for that, you may wait for a
We
long
might do
time.
that,
So it's really
something just popped up on Facebook the other day where I was kind of going back and forth with someone 3 years ago, and they said crash is coming any minute, and they're in real estate, they're in title and that kind of stuff. And I told them, I go, listen, the numbers don't lie. If you look at the graphs, obviously with war and things like that, maybe there's some unforeseen thing that pops up. But barring something crazy like that, it's supply and demand. There's just not anywhere near enough houses, and there's just a lot of people that want to buy. One of the biggest, 33 is the median home buying age. One of the largest groups of 33-year-olds coming online now. You just have a lot of demand. And one of the things I always like to bring up too, not all lenders do this. We pre-underwrite if you're willing to do it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's a great option because what we do is when the listing agent sees your pre-approval, they go, "Oh wow, this one's already gone through underwriting. We've looked at assets, income, everything. We can close it really quick, 50 days. We just need appraisal and title." That puts you, head and shoulders above the rest of the offers. And I've just this week a few offers we won because of that. So I always like to encourage people, it's really just work that you'll have to do once you're under contract anyway. So it's a great option in a really competitive market to try and beat out other offers.
Yeah, that is so important. It definitely the offer is definitely much stronger when you can tell that, hey, my client is represented by my preferred lender, and then on top of that, you can tell them that they've been run through underwriting and they pretty much ready. They just need the address. So
Yeah.
definitely much stronger offer, and we've used it in the past many times. Yeah, so definitely look into that. Look into your pre-approvals too. Depending who is your lender, because we see a lot of like really strange and weird pre-approvals out there. Okay, so when I'm on the listing side and I have like 10 offers in front of me, sometimes are disqualified because of the lender. And it's sad because maybe it's just someone that is in a good standing, and they probably would be great if they were represented with somebody else. But because there is some lenders out there that we have constant problems with, it almost like if I was representing that buyer, I'll be like, could you please get a second opinion and maybe get a second, pre-approval letter from my preferred lender. Because there are some definitely either brokerages or um, other lending companies that are just not great. so so who you're getting pre-approved with, it matters like big time. Especially for the agent like myself, like if we close a lot of deals, I can tell you how many times we had a deal with a particular lender that did not deliver. So the next time, if I'm looking for the best interest of my seller, I will definitely question that pre-approval. Maybe I shouldn't say that I will disqualify the people right away, but I will definitely reach out to the buyer's agent and say, hey, is this your, preferred lender? Have you closed deals with them? What's the deal? Can they be pre-approved with somebody else? Because we had a horrible experience with them. So definitely, just getting your pre-approval, especially getting your pre-approval from the internet, okay, because you clicked a couple times on an ad, that is like a big no. So
And just
definitely
to
get in
interject a
touch.
little bit, there's a big difference, and a lot of people don't know, pre-qualification, basically they just run your credit and you tell them what your income is. I had someone just yesterday, they're working for a kind of contract work. They make great money. They never even thought, hey, we can't use this money because it's contract money. It's not guaranteed to, go into the future. And so it just goes to show you, it never hurts to talk to someone because there's really no downside. You can only learn things that will help you and kind of guide you to get your goal.
Yeah, absolutely. So So if you are one of the person that clicked on some ads on the internet and got your instant pre-approval letter, you gotta question it. You gotta, sit down with someone that will be looking through your documents, um, because you are just doing the service to yourself if you're not going the right way. So that's it. We wish you all the best this week on the market. We fingers crossed for all the offers going in, and we see you next week.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye.